In all the roads we have to walk winding, and all the lights that lead the way are blinding. And there are many things that I'd like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wondering wall. Today was gonna be the day they'll never bring it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. In all the roads we have to walk winding, and all the lights that lead the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonder wall. You're my wonder wall. You're my wonder wall. You're my wonder wall.
All right, okay, we are going to go ahead and begin. I'm going to get used to it, though. How's everybody feeling tonight? Yeah, I hear a bunch of sighs over here. I just wanted to kind of to talk about one thing just for a moment. Let's go ahead and we're going to come down. We're going to start on our stomachs. You guys have already been sitting for a little bit, so just kind of come down on your stomachs tonight. And if you have a block, go ahead and just kind of get one or two blocks, if you have two blocks, and just kind of put them out in front of your mat. And we'll use those here in a second. But right now, just kind of lengthen your fingers and your toes in two directions. And you can use those blocks just for a quick moment here. And rather than talk, we're just going to get right to it today. So, again, my name is Jasher. It's a pleasure to be with you here tonight. Welcome to your practice and to your mat. Yeah. And go ahead and connect to your breath today. It's always there under your nose, just like you're kind of always in this body. Right now, you're just going to bring some more awareness to your breath. This thing that's always connecting us, just like gravity connects us to the earth. This breath connects us to this outer reality. And it flows in us, and it becomes us. And then we release it, and it holds part of us. And then there's the flow. And as you begin to breathe, you'll notice You're just going to start to connect to your peace body. We have many different bodies, not just the physical body, but there's the mental body, the emotional body, the feeling body, the pain body. There's a peace body. And so your breath connects you to your peace body. Perhaps the greatest thing we could ever give ourselves or anyone is love. Goodwill towards another person, wanting them to succeed. Holding space, seeing them, the person that we love, we see them better than they see themselves, perhaps. And so you're going to get into your space of love, seeing yourself better than you have before. The peace body opens up this vista, this view. And then invite love into your practice. Never underestimate the power of love in every circumstance, in every moment, in every breath, in every lifetime, the healing, the cleansing, the strengthening. Love is possibility, openness, strength. And go ahead and breathe into these energies, these attributes, these qualities, these attunements, and give them life within this body. The Shavasana is their letting go of the old, and then we are reborn into this new, not default. Default almost never will lead you or bring you into destiny, into a life of choice, a life of empowerment. Again, breathing in, deep breath here. And deep breath out. Sometimes we say, oh, we just need to get on with it. We just need to get going. But it's important to remember that we gather strength and rest. If you're not in your body, then there's no work to do. There's nowhere to go. Gently begin to notice the shape the body's in. And now we're going to start to work with the drishti, the attention. So you're just going to kind of take your gaze and gently lift your head very slowly up to your fingers. And really just kind of notice that you have the ability to point your eyes in a direction of your choosing. The same is true with the mind. If this is your mind, then you probably are better off not giving it to someone else. Good. And now bring your palms under your shoulders. And just kind of, we almost always kind of go off into a ditch when we give our power to someone else, something outside of ourselves, right? So you're going to gather your attention and bring it inward. Pull your power inward. And then lower it down softly, touch the forehead down to the earth. Good. And then gently rise back up with the strength of your back. On the in-breath. Good. And lower back down. Very good. You're going to do a few more here on your own. Just kind of like on your own terms. Just rising up, lengthening, strong in your back. And then lower, lower. Now again, be mindful of where your mind goes, where your eyes go. The eyes are just the external view, but there's the mind's eye, the internal view. Your imagination, how you see yourself, the inner vista. Again, live and release. Good. This time you're going to lift, 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 and press your knees down and go into child's posture, Balasana, Balasana. Sit your hips into your heels and just kind of let your forehead dump into the mat. And maybe you still have some thoughts bouncing around in the head. That's okay. Just kind of watch them and begin to empty the mind. And people think that emptying the mind is the same thing as stopping the mind, and it's not. You're just kind of watching it. And by empty, I mean you kind of dump the attachment to any thought. And when you do that, it just floats away like a puff of smoke in the air. Good, breathe. And gently, let's come back in the tabletop. Now we're in the flow. All the way down low chaturanga. So there's no junk in our practice. Every movement is a deliberate movement, yeah? Again, lift, strong in your back. The movement's an extension of your breath, and then press your knees down. Tabletop, balasana. Good. Sit back and breathe. Just like a child, the newness in this life, the possibilities, the curiosity. Good. And then come back. Breathe in, tabletop. And low chaturanga. Good. Little baby cobra, lift. And back to child's pose, balasana. Balasana. Good. And you're going to go ahead and allow yourself to do this movement a few more times on your own. So just go ahead and come down, low chaturanga, yeah. Begin to kind of mind your mat tonight on your terms. In the practice, there's always this aspect of finding your own way. Finding your own way. There was Buddha's way, there was Jesus's way, there was this person's, your mother's way, your father's way, but you have to find your own way. That's kind of called being an adult, growing up. Yeah. Good. And when you're satisfied here, we're going to move into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog posture. Very good. And just kind of begin to really fan your fingers open and point your attention to the hands. And make sure that you're not just going into your wrists, that there's an element of your fingertips involved. Good. And you're really engaging the abdomen and rising the hips, melting the heels down, and circulating the breath deeper and deeper. Remember, where the mind goes, energy follows. Thought is the beginning of anything coming into this plane. So very important that you point your mind where it is that you want to go and no place else. Deep breath in. On, deep breath, go. Good. Let's come into plank position. High. So keep your hips up a little bit. Zip the navel. Open your fingers. And let your shoulders pass your wrists. And then come all the way down. Good. Pull your elbows in. And lift your chest. Cobra or upward facing. Good. And roll over your toes or pass through tabletop. Downward facing. While you're here, just go ahead and kind of take your right foot and bring it over to your left side and kind of cross over. You can go around. Yeah. Kind of stay low. And then the other side. Good. Yeah. And just kind of move freely here, however you want to move. What feels good. Just kind of be open to some different things today. Just kind of move. There you go. Yeah. Just kind of put your signature on it. Yeah? Good. And when you're satisfied here, breathe in, deep breath. And then let me hear you loud. Breathe out. Ha. Like maybe you're still carrying some things right now. So breathe it in. And then big audible sigh. Ha. Thrice. Again, deep breath in. And big sigh. Ha. Good. Bring your fingers back to your feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. Good. When you're here, bring your hands to your shin bones. Parallel the spine to the floor. Zip the navel, lengthen the spine. And then hinge on your hip, forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. Couple more times here. Half lift. And all the way full. Full lungs. Breathe in, halfway lift. Yes. And all the way full. Good. Hands to hips, straight spine. Come all the way up. Good. Toes and heels together. And then fly your hands up. Breathe. Hold the breath in your fingertips just for a moment. And then fold to the center line of your body. Just bending your knees very slightly. And then come back up like you're just in chair. Breathe in. And then release. Good. A few more times. Breathe in. Reach high. And release. See if you can find the Ujjayi breath through your nostrils. Breathe in. And breathe out. Empty the lungs all the way. One more. Deep breath in. And bring your palms right to your brow. And again, address your minds. The mind is the non-physical practice. The practice of mental form. So empty the mind, breathe in. And deep breath out. Bring your thumbs to your heart center. Connect to the heart of your practice. Let's not even worry about an intention today. Just connect to the heart of your practice. Whatever that is, just feel the heart of my practice. The heart of my practice. Breathe into the heart of your practice. And breathe out. Good. One more deep breath in here. And bring the hands beside you, mountain posture. Good. And then just go ahead and take walking asana. Just take, so every step, when we're in this posture, every step is a valuable step. Good. Reach all the way up, breathe in. And all the way forward, full. Good. Feel your lower back melt and soften. Halfway lift. Right leg, big step back. Big step back. Good. And just set the right knee right down. Just go ahead and set it straight down. And then we're going to very gently, just go ahead and just very gently straighten your left knee just about 75%. You don't need to go deep. Keep the pads of the fingers connected, no palms. Good. And then slowly come back forwards. Good. And just kind of really breathe into your hip socket here. Again, you never force a posture. You just align your body. You form the body. And then deepen the breath. Pick up your right knee. Good. And then you're just going to step the feet very softly together. The right foot placed right beside the left. Halfway lift, lengthen. All the way forward, release. Good, so good. You guys look so good tonight. Again, halfway lifts. Left leg, big step back. Low lunge position. Good, move here a little bit. And then when you're satisfied, just go ahead and set your left knee down straight away. Start to straighten your right knee just about 75%. Find the fingertips. So you really want to be strong in your fingertips. Start to learn the engagement of your fingertips. Good. Yeah. Just like a rock climber, right? Like your whole body weight could hang on like one finger. Okay, so you have incredible strength in your fingers. So we're learning some more strength in our fingers. Stay low and begin to kind of come forward. Come forward. Good. Back to your lunge position. Good. Just kind of breathe it one more time here. Pick up your left knee. Good. So you're still kind of like in your fingertips. And then just go ahead and feel that leg float. And then place your left foot right to your right foot. Halfway lift, lengthen. Decompress the spine and release in full. Good. Let's go into chair. Utkatasana. Right lotus mudra at the brow. Elbows in line with shoulders. Navel locked. Beautiful. Begin to contract the abdominal girdle, the Uddiyana Bandha. Stay breathing through your nostrils, yeah? Ujjayi breath. Good. Your legs are the leg. So one leg, see if you can bring your toes and heels together, and make sure you can see your toes past your knees. Good. Feel your shoulders broaden out. Good. And feel the flower of awareness through your mind. That's what the lotus represents, the flower, the bloom of awareness. Even in the murkiness, even in the mud, it can always grow. Awareness, it just comes. Good. Stand tall. Breathe all the way in. Good. And then forward fold all the way, releasing the breath. Go. Beautiful. Again, halfway lift. Right leg, big step back. Yeah. Move a little bit. Yeah, freely move. Remember, everyone has a different level in their practice. Right? So, in another world, I would teach perhaps a different class to every single person in this room. So you got to kind of find your way. It's going to be just different. Sometimes it's subtle, right? Like a snowflake. It's just like a snowflake. Not in hot yoga though. That wouldn't last long. Good. Bring your right knee down. And just go ahead and bring your palms over top of your left femur bone. Good. And just kind of, again, lengthen your spine, rise your chest, bring your abdomen in. Good. And just kind of lean a little bit forward. Good. And then slowly come all the way up. Good. And all the way forward. Good. Just gently find your fingertips straighten just a little bit your left knee. Just a little bit. You're not forcing. You're just kind of giving some more length to your hamstring. We're going to use that a little bit later in class. Good. And then stay low. Good. We don't want to go too deep into the posture at the outset, right? Good. Then you press your fingertips into the earth. Pick up your right knee. Good. And then just kind of float. Float. Fan your left toes open and then place your right foot right beside your left foot. Land like a feather. Halfway lift, lengthen.
It is physical to associate
All the way fold, release.
with the proud civilizations that created
Good. Again, halfway lift. Left leg, big step back, big step back.
They
Good.
worship strength because
Good
it
focus
is
tonight in your
strength
practice.
that makes all
Stay in your body.
other
Mind your mat. Point your mind with a positive disposition. Good. 2, 1. Soften your knee down. 4 fingers to your thigh bones. Good. Breathe. Just lengthen. Lift your chest. Good. And then slowly come all the way up. Breathe in. And then all the way release. Good. Just start to press to your fingertips. Just begin to straighten your right knee just a little bit. Just about 75%. Good. Good. Breathe it good. One more breath here. And breath release. Good. Stay low. Come forward. Come forward. Press your fingertips. Lift your left knee up. Good. And then as you kind of feel your left leg float into space, both feet come together. Press off your shin bones. Halfway lift. All the way release. Good. Chair. Utkatasana. Lotus Mudra. Lotus Mudra. Thumb to your brow. Good. Toes and heels together. Knees together. Breathe. Good. Let's go to 2. Utkatasana 2. Fingertips come back. Lift your heels up. Levitate. Zip the navel. Strong through your back. Yes. Higher on your heels. Lower on your hips. When the mind is pointed, the body will point. Good. Slowly come back to the brow. And then stay on the balls of the feet. Come all the way up. All the way up. Good. As high as you can. Strong. Press into your big toes. Good. And then come down. Sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to wobble, right? So you got to give yourself permission to wobble, to sway like a tree in the wind, right? The tree is strong because it sways like the willow, right? When the snow builds up on the leaves, it just drops the snow down and springs back. You don't want to be hard and rigid because then you break. Good. Take your left hand. Find the back of your right hand. Your hips need to come forward. Decompress your spine. Lengthen. Lengthen now. So you have your left hand grabbing the back of your right hand, yeah? Pick up your left heel. Cross your left foot in front of your right foot. And then you're going to lengthen your spine. And then like a crescent moon, you're going to come over to your left side. Good. Lock the navel. Good. You can even kind of just lift your right heel just slightly. Good. And then slowly contract. Feet hip together. Lengthen. Hips forward. Change your grip. So left hand grabs the back of your right hand grabs the back of your left hand, yeah? Good. Right foot comes over your left foot. And then just reach over to your right side. Lengthen. Yes. Ardha Chandrasana variation. Good. Slowly, feet come together. Breathe in. Hips forward. And then like a waterfall in slow motion, fly your hands all the way down. Good. Yes. Halfway lift. All the way forward. Listen carefully. Separate your feet about shoulder width. Maybe 2 fist widths apart. Take your right fingertips. Point your right fingertips towards your right heel. Step on the palm of the foot with the ball of the right foot onto your right palm, and then left to left. Fingertips pointing to your heels. Good. Expand your chest. And then hinge your elbows towards your neighbor beside you. Pull your trunk onto your femur bones. Good. Padangusthasana. Again, expand. Breathe in. And forward fold. Good. Release your grip a little bit. Bring your elbows onto your femur bone above your knees. Open your toes out side to side. Goddess variation. Good. And just kind of breathe. Soften. Sigh. Sigh. Good. 3, 2, 1. Expand. And then all the way down. Forward fold. Good. Deep breath in. Back to where you just were. Forms to your thigh bones. Goddess variation. Again, we don't want the knees or hips popping here, so we're just going to stay shallow. That's all we need to do. Beautiful. 2, 1. On the out breath, hips come up, chest comes down. Full. Good. Stay on your fingertips. Tippy toe your feet all the way back to your down dog. Beautiful. Double leg lift, your right heel is going to come up. Right heel is going to come up. Aha. Lift your right heel just a little bit higher. Good. And release. Good. Hover your knees just over your mat. Floating tabletop. Good. Just hover your knees. Round your back. Zip your navel up. Good. And then come back to down dog. Yes. This time your left heel is going to rise up on the inspire. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Lift. 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 Good. Yep. Just like that. Curl your toe a little bit. That'll engage your quadricep. Releasing the hamstring. Good. Yeah. And release. Release all the way down. Good. One more. Bring your right knee and your right foot all the way up. Good. Yeah, just kind of bring your knee first. See what happens if you do that. And go ahead and bring your knee right in between both arms. Good. And just pull your navel all the way up. Let's just go ahead and lower this right knee down, can we? Okay, let's get into our core space for a moment. So you want to separate your fingers to the maximum. If your middle fingers are parallel, turn out just a little bit. Slide your shoulders down your back. So if your shoulder blades are collapsing like this, what you want to do is, like, remember if like you're doing a fly here like this? You guys have done that before, right? So you want to round your back. So you're going to tap your lats. Then you're not just dumping into your shoulders, okay? So you want to round here. So The shoulders, you're going to round your back, lock your navel all the way, and then you're going to tuck your left toe under, point your right toe to the back edge of your mat. On the in breath, we're going to lift the right knee inside the right arm up past the elbow. Okay, let's see what happens. Breathe in. And lower. Again, lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Good. Up. 3. And lower. Up. 2. And lower. Here we go. Up. All the way. 1. As high as you can. Good. Now, glide your knee up through your ribs into your collarbone. Step on through. Good. Now, resting lunge. Gather your forearms onto your femur bones. And just breathe. Ready? Yeah. Just hold here. Good. Take your fingers, point them to the back edge of your mat. Good. Slowly land your left knee down. Good. Fly your hands all the way up. Listen carefully. Cross your right arm under your left arm, palms together. Breathe. Lengthen through your spine. Lock your navel. Now listen carefully. Open your hands out beside you. Good. Now breathe in. Like you're wringing out a towel. Keep your chest up, but then your palms to the ceiling. Good. You can kind of bring your chest to your knee a little bit, and then rise back up. Breathe in. And again, breathe out. Good. One more. Breathe all the way up and in. And then all the way out and through. Good. Let's just go Ardha Hamunasana. Very easy. Very easy. Good. Now we're just going to keep flowing, so take your right arm inside your right leg. Left palm almost off your mat. Swing it around. Good. Just kind of look over your left shoulder. Good. 2, 1. Bring it back. Single leg down dog. From tabletop. Come up. Good. And release. Good. Hover and floating tabletop. Hover and floating tabletop. Feel your navel lock. Breathe. Good. Come back up. Left heel high. Left heel high. Good. Hover your left knee between both arms. And go ahead and just land your knee down. Good. And just again, round your back. Shoulders come down away from the ears. Lock your navel. Separate your fingers. Turn out just a little bit towards more like 1 and 11 o'clock. Good. Zip the navel all the way. Good. Like a beautiful sculpted midsection here. Okay. And then tuck your right toe under. Lift your right knee. And then start taking your left knee on the in-breath. Lift it past your elbow. And then lower down. Again, higher. Lift. You're just on like that big toe of your right foot. Come down. Higher. Up. And down. Good. 3. Up. And down. 2. Up. And down. 1. All the way up. All the way up. Good. Like a swing at the park. Swing through your left foot through both hands. Good. Gather your forearms and your femur bone. Resting lunge. Breathe. 2. 1. Hands come back. And then slowly land your left knee down. Your right knee down. Come all the way up. Good. If you crossed right under, let's go left under. And then palms together. Lift out of your chest. Good. And then slowly release your hands. Good. And then bring left shoulder to left knee. Twist your palms up to the rafters. Very fluidly through your shoulders, like you're wringing out a towel. And then on the in-breath, slowly rise back up. And then again, release. Palms twist. Good. Again, one fluid motion. Come back up. Breathe all the way in. And then fold all the way down. Frame your left leg. Straighten your left knee. Ardha Hamunasana. Ardha Hamunasana. Good. 2. 1. Take your left arm. Bring it inside your left foot. Take your right palm slightly off your mat. Swing all the way around. Look over your right shoulder. Good. And then come into your three-legged down dog. And if you'd like, take your left foot, land it over to your right side. Flip the dog. Good. Breathe. Hips high. Flow. 2 and 1. Left hand comes down. Lock your navel. Left foot comes up. Good. And release. Good. Hover tabletop. Floating tabletop. Good. Just kind of reset the spine. Come back to down dog. Right heel comes up. Scorpion over to your left side. And land your right foot to your left side. Good. Breathe in. And breathe go. Good. Right hand comes down. Right toe comes up. And release. Good. Bring your knees down. Get some water, guys. Get some water. Yeah. How's everyone feeling tonight? We good? You guys look good. It's Monday. Sometimes you just got to get moving. You'll feel it after you get moving, right? That's how it goes. Just get in the game. Get off the sidelines and just get in the game. All right. What do I need? I need something. Maybe you got some Bob on here. Maybe we got some Blinken Jones. Okay. So, let's meet up in down dog. We're looking good. Just go ahead and bring it back to down dog. Just really start to melt your hamstrings are starting to opening up, your calves are starting to open up. So really just going to melt your heels all the way down, right and left and right. 2, 1. Good. Left foot comes up. And release. Good. Right heel comes all the way up. Good. Step on through. Good. Gather your forearms on your right femur bone. Resting lunge. Good. Keep your right forearm to your right thigh bone. Take your left hand, bring it out. Good. From here, we're going to go right into Vira 2. So 270. Good. Right into Warrior 2. Good. So your right knee is going to go pinky toe side just a little bit. Get light in your feet. Good. And then flow up. All the way up. Beautiful. And 6 o'clock on your back foot. Good. Yes. Come up. Reach. And flow. 2. Yes. Again. Up. Flow. And 2. So good. Again. Up. And 2. Yes. Beautiful. Up. And 2. Good. Come back up. And horse posture. Palms to your thighs. Toes open out. Good. And just kind of work here. Contract your inner thigh muscle. Contract the abdominal muscle. Good. Engage. And just kind of work here on your own terms. Just kind of move side onto side. Yes. Good, Brandy. Good. Breathe. Good. 3. 2. And then on your 1, open your arms out. Warrior 2 hands. Good. Tailbone drops. Good. Shoulders come broad. Good. Fly your arms all the way up. Good. And bring your hands to your hips. All the way to your hips. Find me Warrior 2 again to the front of your mat. Keep your hands on your hips though. Just keep your hands on your hips. Focus on so you build a posture from the ground up. Just like a building, right? So find your toes. Where are your toes? Good. Where are your feet? Where are the heels and the ankles and the knees? And then where are your hips? Where's your tailbone? Where's your pelvis? Where's your core? Where are your ribs and your shoulders? And then your arms. Good. Now, take your left hand, wrap it to your right hip bone. Let's just take the right palm and just bring it right down. Good. And just see if you can just kind of find a little bit more. Good. Just a little bit more hip. Good. Lock your navel all the way. And then the right hand comes out. Good. Sun Warrior, come all the way back. Good. And then slowly start to straighten your right knee. Pivot into your left hip socket. Okay? So you're just going to have to straighten your right leg, pivot into your left hip socket, and then take your right palm onto your right shin bone, right above the ankle. Lock your navel. Good. And then just go ahead and bring your left hand to your left hip bone. Good. Stack your shoulders, and then bring your left arm all the way up to the rafters. Good. And then slowly, slowly descend your left hand all the way down. Spiral your left foot all the way up. Let your left knee come down. Good. Now we're just going to counter. So we did this way, right? Now we're going to go this way, twisted dragon. Good. So you have your left hand down, right? Good. There you go. Now see if you can come off the flesh of the left knee onto the thigh. Good. Breathe. Yes. Good. And then as you release this, look, we're going to come right back into Goddess. So we prepped Goddess earlier in class. Now if you have a block, you can place it right here if you want some support in Goddess. Otherwise, you're going to lift this left knee. Look, take the left hand outside of your left foot outside of your left hand, and then there is your Goddess, right? Good. Navel comes in, chest comes out, breathe. Good. So good. Deep breath in and deep breath go. Okay, so look, bring your hands down. Press into your hands. Look, lift your hips up a little bit. Now, here's what you're going to do. So tuck your left toe under, bring your left knee down. Can you do that? So you're sitting down on your left knee. You got it? Right? I always think of a baseball, like Little League portrait, something like that. You're like this with your glove in your hand, and you're like, okay? So you're like that, right? So what we want to get to is we want to get to this, okay? But that can be tricky to start off with, so we're going to do it a different way, okay? Sometimes you have a goal, right? And your method didn't work, so you throw your goal away. It's the other way around. Throw the method away, keep the goal, okay? A worthy goal will last more than your lifetime, okay? So take your right thumb, point it up. You want to, if your spine's like this, you got to decompress your spine. So stand upright. Good. Your right thumb's going to come down and then around, okay? Take the pit of the right elbow on your shin bone. Lock your navel, and then take your left hand around your back. Yeah, bring that. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Good. Right, that? You got that? So this actually goes to flamingo, but we're not going to have time to do that today. Okay, on Sunday's class, we did. Who was in Sunday's class? Was anyone in Sunday's class? We did flamingo, which is really weird. I'll do it on the other side, okay? All right, so we're there, right? Actually, so it's like this. It's like from this one, you're not going to want to do this, but that's where that goes to, okay? It's really weird. All right, so this is also a way where you can get in Bird of Paradise is right there too, okay? There's a lot of options there once you get it. All right, so we're going to go to the other side. Bring your right knee down. Keep your right toe tucked under, so your toe is tucked under, so it's like you have a block under your foot, right? And you're also breaking up some cartilage under the sole of your foot. Good. Tall spine. Left hand comes down. So you want to kind of like lengthen, but then get kind of low, right? And then thumb's going to come around. So you're going to twist the pit of the elbow around your left shin bone. Lock your navel, and then your right hand will come around. There's your bind, right? Good. 2 and 1. You're going to release. Bring the heels together. Prapadasana. Prapadasana. Good. Belly in. We're not going to do Lisa's unfavorite because you can go right into frog, but we'll do floating frog, okay? So first, we're going to do Ardha Bandha, Papadasana, so you can have a little bind here, or you can just stay here, or you can kind of come up here, or you can come here. But you guys got a good bind? Everyone's got a bind? Okay. Now, here's where your frog comes in. We can just go into a floating frog. And so you're just going to kind of bring your hands out wide, okay? And if you have kind of like crow, you can just kind of come right here. It's really weird, okay? But it's a hip opener and an arm bounce, which usually you don't get those in the same posture, like that. Okay? Good. Now we're going to bring the knees together. Yeah. Okay. And this is actually a really good way to get into crow or crane, because you can have your knees almost into your armpits and feel your whole abdominals, all your organs pull into the abdominal cavity. Open your fingers wide, rise your hips, lock your navel, and then there you go. So you're just going to go maybe 1 foot or maybe 2 feet, and then you're going to come back into your down dog. Good. Bring it back to down dog. Double leg lift. Right heel comes up, right heel comes up. Good. And release. Left leg comes up. Step on through. Good. Gather your forearms on your left femur bone. Resting lunge. You want to have a nice diagonal line from heel to crown. So feel the cervical spine kind of lengthen here. Now, keep left to left. Extend your right arm out on that diagonal line. Good. And now take your right arm, open it to the back edge of your mat. Warrior 2. Warrior 2. Good. Arms parallel to the floor. Good. Now let's flow on 2. You guys already know. Straighten your left knee, parallel, hands up, parallel feet, and 6 o'clock on your back foot. Good. Come back up. And 2. Good. You're on your own now. Just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. Keep working on your warrior 2. Your hips and shoulders should be on one line. Your tailbone should be slightly under. Your forward knee should always be pinky toe side just a little bit. Your abdomen should stay engaged. Good. Your drishti should be over your forward middle finger. Yes. Good. Steady, steady. Good. Up, up. Beautiful. And 2. Good. Listen carefully. Come up. Pasarita Padottanasana, hands behind your back. Lace up your fingers. Now, pigeon toe. So you want to get weight onto the balls of your feet. So that means your heels are going to go wider than your toes. Good. So you're like pointing your toes in. Good. Awkwardly in. Good. Lift your chest. And then hinge from your hip. Be very delicate with your shoulders. You never want to force anything here. Don't force. Just breathe and release in 2. Make space 4. Open up. Very good. Pasarita Padottanasana. When you're satisfied here, release your hands. Bring them down to the earth. Give yourself a little half lift here and a little forward fold here. And many of you have been practicing for a little while, so you go ahead and do whatever option you'd like. You want to go Shirshasana here, tripod. You want to grab outside your feet, that's a good option. You want to bring some forearms down, that's a good option. You want to revolve out, that's a good option. Good. Good, yep. Push waist, yeah. So you want to bring your elbows a bit closer. And release, so keep that there. Now you're good. Good. Yep. And then slowly, when you're ready, make your way back to center. Back to center. Good. Hands to hips. Straight knees. Straight spine. Come up. Come up. Good. Find your warrior 2 feet. Just your feet. Hands stay on the hips. Good. Take your right hand, wrap around to your left hip bone. Good. And then just go ahead and take your left palm and just kind of bring it down your thigh bone. Just kind of like, remember like when you're in horse, it kind of feels the same way, one side. Good. And then just go ahead and free this left hand all the way out. Come back into some warrior. Good. And now look, you're going to straighten your left knee, pivot into your right hip socket. Now, I like to kind of just bring the left leg back just a little bit, but it just depends on your leg. Now, your back toe should be turned just off of a 90. You want to act like you're just kind of like in a salsa class, and you're going to pivot your hip, right? There you go. Good. Lengthen up. Good, and then come down. Again, you don't want to overdo it. Just to be aware where your hamstring's at. That's why I like you to keep your palm on your shin bone so you're not going too deep if you're not there yet. And then you can bring your right hand to your hip and then arm over arm. Beautiful. Look at your fingers. Bring your chin to your. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Descend your top hand all the way down. Slowly spiral your right heel up. And just go ahead and bring your right knee straight down. Yeah? Spiral your right heel up. There you go. And press down through your right palm. Take your left hand. Come back. Twisted dragon. Come off of your right knee onto the flesh of the thigh. And lean forward. Good. Breathe. Beautiful. 2. So you're in twisted dragon. So good. Good. And free this hand. Left inside left. Good. Right outside right. Right into. Got us. See, now the hips are nice and greased. Good. Shoulders are nice and broad. And now look, you're going to take your right hand inside your knee, outside your mat. Good. Left hand comes all the way up. Good. Some of you may want to just have your little bind right there. Good. Or you can just kind of stay above. And then once you're there, come to your other side. And just open up. Good. If your heel comes off the ground a little bit, that's okay. Wrap around. Good. 2. And 1. Release. Good. Bring both hands back behind you. Good. Slowly open your fingers wide. Good. Cross your ankles. Just make a little circle. Make a little circle. Good. Breathe. Let's go to the other side. Other side. Good. 3, 2. And 1. Slowly crisscross your ankles. And just come back up. Just rise your chest. Navasana. And just breathe here. Good. Take your peace fingers, grab onto big toes. Left heel comes down, right heel comes up. Good. Breathe. Lengthen. Shoulders broad. And then slowly bend this right knee. Right heel comes down. Shoulders stay broad. Lock your navel. Other side. Other side. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Good. And bring your left heel down. Listen carefully. Good. And just take your left heel, bring it under your right hip. Good. And just go ahead and just take now the sole of your foot, your right foot. Lace your fingers. Just kind of shoot it up into the space. Good. Look at your toe. Breathe in, lengthen. And then just go ahead and fold. Good. And then slowly take your right palm, bring it under the right calf muscle. Take your left hand, bring it outside your right pinky toe. Lengthen your spine. Lock your navel. Good. Take your right hand to the base. Like a weather vane, lock your navel. Lengthen in 2 directions. Beautiful. 3, 2, and then 1. Look, give yourself a little counter twist. A little counter twist. And now look, we're going to take the left leg and bring it all, the right leg, bring it all the way back. Good. And we're going to go right to reindeer, So lengthen up on reindeer. And then just go ahead and fold. Breathe so easy here. Just beautiful deep breath in. You guys look so good. So good. Yeah. Yeah, just deep breath in, deep breath call. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Breathe in. Beautiful. Slowly, slowly come back up. Now, if you have a little block, what you can do is just go ahead and bring your block to the outside of your left hip, yeah? Good. So you want to bring this block. We're going to go from reindeer in Ekapada Rajakapotasana. So you're just going to bring your block to the outside of your right hip, of your left hip. Left hand inside of your left knee, right hand comes around. Now you can just kind of come in here, and you can just kind of come for just a little quadricep stretch. If it's available, you can take the pit of the elbow, grab the big toe, and then just take your left hand around. Good, breathe. And then when you're satisfied here, slowly release. Come all the way down. Bring your block in front of you. Good. Bring your left hip down and then just go ahead and float all the way up. And just go ahead and bring this right heel right under your left hip socket. And just again, if you have a towel here, you can use your towel. Good. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and lace your fingers, lengthen your foot. Breathe in and fold all the way down. So good. And then slowly, slowly take your left palm, bring it underneath your left calf muscle, right hand outside, left pinky toe, and then left hand comes back. Lengthen your spine, pull your belly in like a weather vane in two directions, east and west. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly give yourself a little counter twist. Just take this left hand under the calf and just go ahead and bring this leg all the way back. Very easy. Right into reindeer. Again, lengthen, breathe in, and fold and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe go. Good. Slowly, slowly come back up. Yeah. Now, before we go into the pigeons, just go ahead and take your left toe and tuck your left toe under, bring your left knee straight, and then take the block to your right hip. Okay? And then again, you want to have your right knee, your right hand inside of your right knee. Your left hand's going to come around. And maybe you just kind of bring your foot up a little bit here. Okay? Maybe you can kind of get the pit of the elbow into the foot, the top of the foot. Stay here, lengthen, or you can kind of come in here for your Rajakapotasana. Breathe. So we did like some good heart opening stuff today, some hip stuff, some hamstring stuff. Good. 2. And then 1. Go ahead and release. Good. All the way down. Now, bring your block forward. And we're going to open up. We don't always do it this way. We're going to open the foot up to the side, the front edge of your mat. So, look, we're going to open this out. And now we have the full length of your mat, right? Do you see how we did that? We were here, right? Right, Cody? And then look, we just opened out here and here. Okay. However you want to get there. However you want to get there. Look, just kind of take a moment here. Well, there's a candle there. Take a moment here, point and flex. So use 10 fingertips behind your back. Good. And then just kind of point here and flex. So normally we'd say on your forward fold, keep your knees a little bit bent or whatever, but you're not going to overextend your knee here. So go ahead and straighten up the knee as best you can. Can you do that? Point and flex. Okay? Now, once you get that, take the fingertips behind you. Lengthen up your spine. Pull your abdomen in. And then your head's about 10, 15 pounds. So just go ahead and let your head start to come forward. Yeah. But first we create this space, and we really get a good engagement through the abdominal girdle, right? And then we can kind of come forward. Now, once you just kind of feel this here, breathe it maybe once or twice. Beautiful. Again, breathe in. And breathe, go. Good. Now, you can go ahead and bring these arms. Now that your shoulders are past the tipping point, and maybe you have a little block, yeah? You can bring the block here in front of you. Your elbows down to the ground. Some of you ladies that have been dancing for a while, you're just going to be able to go there, right? Your body's already, the body never lies. It knows. It remembers. Good. Good. Nice, Matthew. Yep. Good. 2. Just going to deep breath in and deep breath out. Good. And then slowly come back up. Come back up. Good. And we're just going to take the feet and we're going to bring them just to the middle point here. Let's just go ahead and let the feet kind of just melt side and side, yeah. Side and side. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to come to the front of your mat. And you're going to, again, bring the toes and the heels together and let the hips come all the way to the heels as close as they're going to go without any force or strain, okay? Yeah? And just go ahead and let the hands come behind you. Let your chest lift up a little bit and your shoulders come down. Your navel lock. Good. So we're in cobbler's posture. Konasana. Good. 2. And then 1. Listen carefully. Now we're going to take the hips away from the heels about 18 inches. Okay? And you're just going to fly the arms all the way up above you. And then bring the hands to your heart center. And then flow your hands. Look right under your shin bones. Okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to lift the pinky toes off the mat. Wrap the thumbs around the inner arch of the foot. Okay? For diamond. Now you're going to lift, or some call this tortoise. And you're just going to kind of fold here like you're in Paschimottanasana, but the feet are together, the knees are out. And just go ahead and let your knees melt down into the floor. Keep a good length, decompression of the spine, a little expansion of the chest. So if you're just rounding the back, see if you can create some more space in your spine, and see if you can keep more of the action on the hip in your fold. Good. 3, 2, good. And then 1, slowly come back up. And then look, we're going to come right up, lengthen. We're going to come all the way down to the elbows, all the way down to the elbows. And just come all the way down to your back. Maybe bring your heels up towards your hips a little bit. You can even cross your feet like you're in Sukhasana. Whatever feels most comfortable here, go ahead and do that one. Good. And breathe. Breathe. Good. Deep breath in. On. Deep breath go. Beautiful work tonight, everyone. Good. Why don't you just go ahead and let your knees rise up a little bit here together, and go ahead and allow your knees to come over to your right side together. Just a little supine twist. Just let the knees come down to the floor and the shoulders stay down on the mat. You're going to find a nice opening in your lower back, i.e. the lumbar spine. Breathing, releasing. Good. And just go ahead and kind of breathe in here and breathe go. And breathe in and breathe go. Breathe go and breathe in. Yeah. Good. On your next in-breath, slowly bring your knees back to center. And to the other side. Good. Again, gently rise your knees back to center on the next in-breath. Bring your knees into your chest. Apanasana. Apanasana. And then gently release your legs one at a time. And then there's the Shavasana. There's the Shavasana. And just breathe in and breathe go and breathe go and breathe in. And again, where we began is where we end.